Welcome to the world of fighting. This channel will inform you about the hottest and loudest news in the sports community. Support the channel with likes and comments. Get your mugs of hot tea ready, and here we go.
Current lightweight champion Islam Makhachev is going to move up to the welterweight division to face Jack Della Maddalena. UFC 317 International Fight Week, June 28th. You all know Ilia Topuria, undefeated, 16-0, vacated his featherweight title. And now he's moving up to lightweight, and he will face former lightweight champion and number 2 ranked Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title. Yes, vacant. Yes.
Nice. Charles Oliveira describes his reaction to finding out he's fighting Ilia Topuria for the lightweight belt.
And everyone started yelling, the kids screaming and all that. Training had just ended and so on. I grabbed the phone, saw thousands of messages, went straight to Diego. That's it. Let's go. We're ready. 46 days. 46 days for this belt to return where it never should have left. We'll focus on what matters, stay sharp, and make it happen. I'm not fixated on their moves, but on what we can bring and take. My team will map out Tupola so we can plan our game. My focus is what I'll bring to the fight. We're more than ready and prepared for this fight, right? Tough opponent, but I know my power. I'll go all in, fulfill my promise, and get that belt.
Ilia Topuria wrote, "On June 28th, another dream will come true. I'll be the champion of the lightweight division. Charles, my apologies in advance. I'm just fighting for my dreams. It's unfortunate that Makhachev ran away. 17-0.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
22 fighters have lost their zero in the UFC in 2025. Ilia Topuria and Khamzat Chimaev have a chance to maintain their perfect records and become UFC champions within 2 months of each other. Dana White says he'll be announcing Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall soon.
Tom Aspinall, I didn't read it. I told you guys already, we'll get Aspinall versus Jones done. Jon Jones versus, the heavyweight fight will happen. Just relax, I'll announce that soon.
Let's do that right now.
Let's do.
The UFC's summer schedule is looking stacked. Ciryl Gane stars in Netflix film KO. Conor McGregor wrote Instagram.
Oh, shit.
Islam Makhachev will vacate the UFC lightweight title when the UFC 317 main event between Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira begins, ending his reign at 980 days. That's just 97 days short of Khabib Nurmagomedov's 1077-day title reign, the longest in UFC lightweight history. Dricus Du Plessis will fight Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319 on August 16th in Chicago. Nassourdine Imavov is the official backup fighter for the title fight between Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319. Dricus Du Plessis reacts to the news that Nassourdine Imavov will be the backup fighter for his fight against Khamzat Chimaev. Both Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka were offered to fight Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 317 and turned it down. Alex Pereira, when he got the UFC 317 phone call. Daniel Cormier reacts to Jon Jones saying he'd beat him at heavyweight.
At heavyweight,
Yes.
worse than I beat him at light heavyweight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Molly,
let's
you see,
have a real talk. Just you and I.
You're messy, Molly. Yeah, you and I and the rest of
You and I, yeah.
Okay.
So you and me.
Let's make this true to everyone.
Okay.
Udonis will tell you, because he saw it. Udonis likes watching fighting. Jon Jones, when I was actively fighting, said I would not fight Daniel at heavyweight because it gives him an advantage. That's where he's best at. Molly, I'm 46 years old. I am retired.
You
I
look
swing
great.
a golf club. I swing a golf club in my free time.
It was not correct English,
It was
Molly.
bad English.
Yeah.
It was very bad English from Jon Jones.
Meanwhile, Jon Jones hanging out with Hasbulla. Jon Jones said he's not ducking Tom Aspinall, he's just living his best life.
I got people in the chat calling me a dub. Meanwhile, I'm living my absolute best life. I don't know if it's considered ducking when you're living good. I don't think it works like that.
These MMA edit transitions are starting to get crazy. Ali Abdelaziz said Hunter Campbell's trip to Dagestan helped smooth the fight-making process, despite people advising him not to go there.
It's all, the stuff with Islam and getting the steal done. Was this part of Hunter Campbell's trip over to Dagestan, or was that unrelated to this stuff, or what was that all about? People were very interested about what happened over there.
Honestly, if Hunter would not went to Dagestan, I don't think would have been as smooth it is. But I think the culture of Khabib and Islam and these guys, our culture, when you have a guest, you don't let the guest leave his hand empty hand.
Right.
And I think, all respect to him, he went there. A lot of people told him not to go there. Dana think he's crazy. I think he's crazy also. And you gotta respect the guy. You gotta respect the guy. It was a nightmare getting him a visa. It was just, and he went there, and he said that's the best experience I have in my life. And remember, Khabib really, really, really like Hunter. They have a relationship way back, and I think he earned this guy's respect.
Ikram Aliskerov posts sparring video and looks like he breaks his training partners. Nose with a nasty high kick.
Jab, используй свой.
Gilbert Burns says Islam Makhachev made the right call vacating his UFC title, but JDM has a clear shot to beat him.
What did you think about the Islam vacating the belt and going up and immediately getting a shot at the welterweight bout? And what do you think about that? And how different is that fight going to play out than what we saw versus Bilal?
That's going to be a great fight. Islam is working very hard. He's been saying vocal that he wants to go up to 170. I think he's big. I think he's a big boy. He killed himself to make 55. I think that's the right division for Islam. He just tweeted something after the fight that he will not vacate the title, and then he vacated the title. I don't know. I think he was a little okay. If you're going up, we gotta. I don't know, but probably that was in the negotiation. And I like him moving up. I proving himself. He's #1 pound for pound right now. It's a good fight. Jack and Islam closer than people think, especially with Jack Della Maddalena doing a lot of training with Volk, with Craig Jones, those guys that kind of crack the Islam on that first Volk fight. I think they're going to have a lot of info, a lot of study, a lot of answers. It's closer than people think, this fight. I really like this fight. I don't have time right now. I didn't have time to dig deep a little too much in that fight, but I think it's way closer than people think. And JDM has a clear shot on beating Islam.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
The Khabib effect. No wonder Dana kept begging him for 2 effing years to come back.
Eric here, my social media guy. I just here we go. I fucking did it. I fucking did it. I can't believe I fucking did it.
Why you bothering me? I just said the message and everybody tried to say, so why you there? I'm in Dagestan.
Are you really? Are you watching the fights?
No, I'm gonna watch like
magic.
Shakur Stevenson's best work while sparring Devin Haney. Would you like to see that fight in the future? Chase Demore loses it with Tempo Arts and Godson. Khabib Nurmagomedov met up with Kari Mishari Rashid Alafasi.
Very good to see you. How are you? Fine.
Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. just faced off for the first time. Jake Paul calling out Terence Crawford today.
Terence Crawford, you just made my bitch list.
Would you fight Jake Paul?
No.
Come on now, bro. All these pound for pound fighters are too scared to fight me. They need 200 million to do it.
We got 200 million for you. I'm fighting Jake Paul.
Pussy.
Former world champ Luke Rockhold and UFC contender Khalil Roundtree Jr. sharpening steel with steel in sparring.
Good, bud. Stay with it. Down the middle. Yes. Put them together. Yeah, down the middle. Down the body, too. Down the body to that jab. Down his forward, like you gotta keep him out of your face a little bit. Down the fight. There you go. There you go.
Nice. Nice. Way to see it.
You're good. Stay relaxed with it. Down the fight. Stay with it.
UFC fighter Jean Silva put a fan to sleep. UFC fighter Jean Silva put a fan to sleep.
Volkanovski type cloth where if you could give him 6 pay-per-views a year, they would. He 100% would. So that sucked for him, and I think like anything, there's silver lining in it all. Like his daughter Paloma was born, and he was able to be at home with that, and yeah, it was definitely. I never really worried that he'll never come back, but I did really feel for him because it was just a nightmare. You know, missed 2 Australian cards. One home in Perth, it just sucks because I knew he wanted to be out there, and fighting's what he does.
Darren Till defends Jake Paul from constant criticism.
Dude, I don't know. Chavez should beat him, but I don't know. I don't know. Jake just keeps winning, so is Jake really that good? We all keep saying he's shit. For starters, let's just all stop being dummies for a sec, right? And take out the narrative that Jake Paul's not a fighter or boxer. He's been boxing for years now. He's been boxing for years with a fully equipped team around him 24/7. Jake Paul is a fighter. He's a boxer, he's a fighter. Okay, yeah, he's lacking in this and that. Does he like getting it? Maybe, whatever, but he's a fucking fighter, so this narrative needs to go away, and all these people need to stop. Look, I get it. You fight Jake Paul, you get a lot of money, but you're just begging it. Everyone's just begging for this fight. I've said, yeah, I'd love to fight Jake, but I'm not begging it. Jake doesn't want to fight me, sound, mate. I'm good, trust me, I'm alright. Love to fight him, love to make a bit of money, yeah, sound, but I'm not that arsed. I don't lose sleep. All these guys are begging for it, sound, whatever. But he's fucking winning, so what you want? I can't even give an opinion. Chavez should probably win, but I don't know. Jake's gonna win, isn't he? I don't know. Is there something going on in the background that we all don't know about?